Before we get started, I just want to pray over this. Father, I thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to people as they're in their living rooms right now, as they're gathered by family or maybe alone. God, would you just start opening up the heavens? God, would you use my words to penetrate hearts this morning? Father, would you allow me to speak what you have specifically to your people this morning? Move me out of the way, Father, and just use me in however you want, Father God. I'm here, and I surrender any expectations to you right now in this moment. And we are just excited and so blessed for this opportunity, Father. So would you bless your people right now as they're sitting in their living rooms? God, would you meet with them? Would your Holy Spirit go before them? We worship you. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So, again, back to what I was talking about before. With this title, Sober Up, the word sober was on my heart. And I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm talking about having a sober mind. And this scripture just really kept hammering me. I was cooking dinner, and I'm not kidding you. The Lord was downloading to me this message as I'm cooking dinner. And I'm like, whoa, I started getting all these points. It was like point number 1, point number 2. I mean, this has not happened to me before. Usually it's something that it's like a process, and this was like bam, bam, quick. And so I just want to speak with you about that. And basically, this isn't, again, about physical drunkenness, but our body, this is how we respond spiritually and if we're fully focused on what God has for us. The word sober brought me to the word focus. And so that's what we're going to talk about. Now, hear me again. I want you to think outside the box when we're talking here. Just as much as too much alcohol can cloud your judgment, if we aren't of sober mind spiritually, we get distracted, okay? So in our walk with God, if our judgment is clouded, we don't hear the things that we should, we don't do the things that we should, and we don't see the things that we should. So that's why we're going to talk about having a sober mind spiritually. And I want you to get your notepads out because I got notes for you. I want you to get your Bibles ready, because we're going to go to 1 Peter 5:8, and this is the NIV version. I'm going to be going down a couple of different versions with you. There's like 3 different versions, and there's a reason for that. So let me go ahead and read this first one. It's going to be up on the screen. Be alert. Be on watch. Your enemy, the devil, roams around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Pay attention to these words. Be alert. Be on watch. And then we're going to go to the next version, which I really like. Now, this is the Passion Translation. Everybody's got kind of mixed feelings about this translation. We've talked about it here. Sometimes it's a little sing-songy. Sometimes it's a little frou-frou for people. But let me tell you, there are certain versions where it really speaks to me in different ways, so that's why I like to share that. All right, so be well-balanced and always alert, because your enemy, the devil, roams around incessantly like a roaring lion looking for prey to devour. Take a decisive stand against him and resist his every attack with strong, vigorous faith. Now, this last version is my favorite of this, and it's the Message, okay? Listen to these words. Keep a cool head. Stay alert. There it is again. The devil is poised to pounce and would like nothing better than to catch you napping. So keep your guard up. You're not the only ones plunged into these hard times. It's the same with Christians all over the world. So keep a firm grip on your faith. The suffering won't last forever. It won't be long before this generous God, who has great plans for us in Christ, eternal and glorious plans they are, will have you put together on your feet for good. He gets the last word. Yes, he does. Be alert. So just, as I was kind of studying for this, I was looking up mountain lions. Hang in there with me. They prey on weak people, not people, they can, but predators do not always play fair. Sometimes they choose their victims based on physical condition, preferring young, old, sick, injured prey. So, how do we correlate this spiritually? When you are distracted, when you are weak, and you are an easy target for the enemy. And this is so important. When we're not of sober mind, we are weak and we are distracted. Now, this is kind of funny. Okay. So this week, this is kind of timely, right? I'm talking about distractions a little bit, and I'm thinking about being focused. And I'm cooking dinner this week, and most of you know this story because I shared it on social media, and I've told several people. But, man, I'm cooking dinner, and I am boiling oil. And I know how to cook. I've cooked before. So this shouldn't be a problem, right? But I get distracted, right? Like we all do. We do a million things at once. And so my hands are in 20 different things. My kids are going nuts in the background. So I'm just like, bah, 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 and I'm telling them to be quiet. And then all of a sudden the oil's, it's popping. And I'm like, oh, I got to put the pork chop in there. And without thinking, I drop that pork chop in there and it splatters so big and hard and all over my arm, you guys. I have a gnarly burn from here to here, and it is nasty. I'm not even going to show you because you don't want to see it. It's gross. And so what happened when I got distracted? I got hurt. We get hurt when we are distracted. This leads me to my first point. Number 1, I want you to write this down. He will position you when you are paying attention. He will position you when you are paying attention. Many of us have a call on our lives that we are supposed to fulfill. But because we're so concerned about paying bills, making deadlines, whatever other activities our children are in, we miss it. We miss out on relationship building. For some of us, it might be drugs, it might be alcohol. It may even be a different secret sin that you don't want anyone else to know about. Anything to take your focus off of him and put it on anything else, that's a distraction. We have to wake up and do what we're meant to do. Our lives are not about us. There are people out there that don't know the truth and have never experienced Christ. And it's up to us. It's up to us. And so our lives are it's important how we live our lives, especially right now in this season and in this time. We have an opportunity online to show how we're going to respond in the situation. So 1 Thessalonians 5:6 says, "So then, let us not be like others who are asleep, but let us be awake and sober." There's that same word, both words. And, I'm never going to forget this. There was a time where, and I think it was maybe a conference I was watching, where Lisa Bevere was talking about your brain and the development of your brain. And as you sleep, your brain is doing a lot more than you realize. It's continually processing, right? So sometimes you even go to bed with one thought or idea or plan, and then when you wake up, you have a different thought or idea or plan regarding that same issue. So she was saying that your brain is constantly changing. But when we wake up is our chance to respond, right? So it's when we're awake that we're able to respond. Right now, our world is waking up. This is our chance to respond. We don't want sickness. We don't wish it on anybody, and we're praying for healing for those who have it. But let me tell you something. This is our chance to respond, and this is time to wake up. And so I want to read to you this scripture. It's the English Standard Version, so it's the ESV, Proverbs 2:6-11. "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of the saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity in every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you." That leads me to my next point. So number 2, if you want to go ahead and write this down. He gives us wisdom when we are willing to listen. He gives us wisdom when we are willing to listen. That's good. We learn new things when we take the time to pay attention, guys. Recently, I picked up the guitar, and I'm not good at it at all. And I'm sorry for those of you who watch my videos online, and you're like, this girl can't strum. I'm learning, and I'm trying. I'm working on it, okay? So the thing about it is when you're perfecting a craft and you're trying to get better at something, what makes you better? It's when you take time. And it's when you're willing to learn and you're willing to sit. And I have to, actually, I watch videos back of myself playing and singing vocally. When I'm trying to learn, I'm always trying to get better singing. You learn when you look back and you listen. So many of us have been in positions, I want you to hear me, where we need an answer from God on very specific situations. But yet, we won't put the TV remote down. We won't put our phone down. We're looking at news feeds for wisdom and inspiration when we should be looking at our Bible. And it's a problem. It's a distraction. And we can't hear from God if we're not going to be willing to give him our full attention. When we get more distracted, this is what happens, okay? We're already not in the right headspace or heart space, right? So we're already in this position where we're not focused. And then what happens Instead of being where we should have been spiritually, something bad happens to us. So then what happens? It's a snowball effect, right? We start spiraling, and we're like, why God? Why me? Why this? Why that? You weren't where you were supposed to be before that. You weren't in a position to listen. So what makes you think that when that bad thing comes along, that it's not going to knock you off your feet? And so God's like, I'm trying to reach you, but you won't even give me the time of day. You know, we want this quick fix solution to the problems we've been struggling so long without God's help, because we think we can do it on our own. We fail, and then we wonder why. We get wisdom when we listen. And right now, I don't know if y'all have thought about this. I'm sure you have. But we have been, sports have been taken away. Activities with our kids have been taken away. There's lots of opportunities to listen. Lots of opportunities to pay attention. He wants us to be awake. Point number 3. Distractions can cause disobedience. Ouch. That's a good one. That one stings a little, right? That'll preach. Yeah. Distractions can cause disobedience. When we are focused, I want you to hear me on this, okay? We are in a position of the heart to obey what God says. You know, not 6 months later, but when he says it now. And if we are allowing distractions to come in, it is easier for us to disregard what he's asking of us and then to go for what we desire selfishly, which ultimately, I know from experience, leads from heartache and frustration. So many times, you guys, I can't tell you how many times I've ran my head against the wall in so much frustration, so much heartache, because I have allowed myself to focus on other things. Anything to take my eyes and my focus off Jesus. Anything that's going to cause a distraction. And we did a John Bevere study with our church. It was so good, you know, right before all this stuff went down, we did this. It was on leadership and being under authority. If you haven't done that, I really highly recommend it. But he talks in this study for a little bit about how sometimes we become numb over time as believers to certain things, so like gossip or things that we get involved in just a little bit at a time. And over time, we just become numb to it. And it's the same thing with spiritually. We allow certain habits to become okay. Why? Because we lose interest, and then we get complacent because we're sleeping. Spiritually. Because we're sleeping. I've also been so self-focused on my own junk in certain situations that I forget to look around me and see who's watching. And I want to give an example of that. A lot of you have heard this story, but if you haven't, you're watching online. You may not have. So, hey, there you go. Emmy was a little bit over a year old, and I'm never going to forget this because this was a really good example of this. We put her to sleep. We're downstairs. We're in the living room, and we are just kind of hanging out. We're watching TV. It's late, and we have the monitor on, the baby monitor. She's in her crib, and we start hearing this boom, boom, boom against the crib. And I'm like, what in the world is that? And I look at Anthony, and he's like, I don't know. And I look in the monitor, and Emmy's moving all crazy. She looks like she's having a seizure. And I was like, oh, gosh. And so I run up the stairs as fast as I can. And I realize, I turn the light on, and I realize she's gagging on her own throw up. I mean, it was terrifying. I pull her out of the crib. You talk about, as a parent, being scared out of your mind. She's laying like a limp noodle in my arms, white, ghost white. And I'm terrified. And I'm just like screaming and freaking out. I'm losing my mind. In that moment, I had no chill at all. And I grabbed her, and I'm running downstairs. I don't even know what I was doing. I'm running in the front yard because at that point we had called 911, and I'm just sitting there screaming. All of the neighborhood probably heard me at this point. And I'm yelling and I'm crying. I'm like, God, please don't take my baby. I mean, I thought I was going to lose her. Meanwhile, I was so focused on my worry, my panic, my concern, my stress, the what ifs, that I wasn't watching my little boy see every single way that I was reacting in that moment. And it's a perfect example that we can be so focused on one thing that we totally lose sight of the other thing. That's right. God could have something over here for us, but we are so self-focused on this thing that we want so bad that we forget that this thing is over here that he's called us to. And it's so important because we can be disobedient when we don't do that thing. You know, that was that was crazy. We can create fear just by our responses, or we can create peace We can take it to our Father in heaven in prayer. 1 Peter 4:7 says, the end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert and of sober mind. There it is again. So that you may pray. Pray. So what do? We pray. Prayer is vital. Prayer is not just a survival mode, last minute, this is a lifeline. This is crucial. It is vital as a believer to pray. To pray for each other, to pray for ourselves, but more importantly, to pray for others. To pray for people that don't know how to pray. To show people how to pray. There's this quote. This quote got me. So it's going to get you. It's going to get you in your living room right now. Charles Colson. It is time for us as Christians to face up to our responsibility for holiness. Too often, we say we are defeated by this or that sin. No, we're not defeated. We are simply disobedient. It might be well if we stopped using the terms victory and defeat to describe our progress in holiness. Rather, we should use the terms obedience and disobedience. Wow. That got me, you guys. So many times we make excuses as believers. Or just in general. We just make excuses, right? Because we want the easy way out or we want our comfort versus the growing and the stretching path that God wants to take us on. I've been reading this book by Jenny Allen called Restless. Woo, that book will mess you up in a good way. And there's some questions. It was so crazy because as I was preparing for this message, she asks these specific questions, and I was like, oh, gosh, I could hang on these questions for a while. These questions are good. And then it hit me. I was like, what if I add because you are focused to every single end of these questions? And I was like, that's good. That gets you, this is a little bit of a reflection time. And so you can close your eyes and listen to these questions. You can try to write them down. I don't have these on the slides, but these questions are just, they're good. So I'm going to try to take my time with them a little bit. What if the things you love to do collided with the plans that God has laid out for you from the foundations of the earth, and that you recognize the importance of that because you are focused? What if the random relationships and activities in your life felt intentional and meaningful because you were focused? What if the things, this one's going to get you. What if the things that caused the most hurt in your life became the birthplaces of your deepest passions because you were focused? What if you could get past your fears and your insecurities and spend the rest of your life running your guts out because of his purposes for you, because you were focused? And I added my own at the end. What if the world was in a state of emergency and you actually stayed calm and you chose not to worry while everyone else panicked? What if you actually spread joy and peace to those who really need it right now because you were so focused? You can do these things. I can do these things. We're meant to do these things. We are meant to do these things. We're meant to be the light in the dark. And even though there's so many unknowns and uncertainties, we are meant to do this. And you guys, I couldn't think of a better scripture in this moment to really end and close things on. It's Philippians 4:6-8, and it's the Passion Translation. Don't be pulled in different directions or worried about a thing. Be saturated in prayer throughout each day, offering your faith-filled requests before God with an overflowing gratitude. Tell him every detail of your life. And then God's wonderful peace that transcends human understanding will make the answers known to you through Christ Jesus. So keep your thoughts continually fixed on all things that are authentic, real, honorable, admirable, beautiful, respectful, pure, holy, merciful, kind, and fasten your thoughts on every glorious work of God, praising him always. I mean, if there was ever a scripture to sum up the way we should be responding and what we should be doing in this time, it's that. And I just want you to know that as a church, We don't take this lightly. It's not something we brush over and pretend it's not happening. We know and we understand there are really some situations going on that are difficult right now for people. There are some questions. Am I going to have a job? Am I going to have hours? How can I? But the biggest part of this is fixing our focus back on Jesus, staying alert, staying of sober mind, staying focused. We have the choice, we have the opportunity, and he's calling us to do that now more than ever. So I'm going to pray for you this morning. I hope this blessed you. I hope this helped you. I hope this encouraged you. We're just so grateful, Father. God, we thank you for this time. God, I lift up your people to you in their living rooms in this moment right now. And God, I just pray those who are struggling with worry, those who are struggling with fear, those who are struggling, wondering how they're going to make their bills, that they would fix their focus back on you, Jesus, that you would wake us up spiritually, that we would never, God, that we would come out of this never the same, God, that we would just be so changed by all of this, God, that our perspective and our minds and our thoughts would never look the same because of this time. That you would continue to teach us new things, Father, that we would continue to listen, that we'd be willing to listen so that we won't disobey you, Father, that we would walk with you every single step of the way, and that we would love your people the way that you want them to be loved, God. I thank you, Father, for those who feel lonely and isolated right now, and I just lift up a feeling of peace that surpasses all understanding, that it would transcend in their hearts and their minds right now in this moment, Jesus. Would you be their peace? Would you be their strength? Would you be our hope right now, Father? In a hopeless world, would you be our hope? You are the anchor of our souls, and we trust you, Jesus. We know we can do all things through you, Father. And even though we don't know the outcome, we know and we believe you for it, Father. So we lift you up, and we praise you, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys.
Amen. Thank you so much. Woo! We're so blessed to have Tracy speaking this morning. Jesus did that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us online. We love that we get to be together in each other's homes on those watch parties. It's amazing what God is doing. We did not forget about the kids. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube, you need to be, so hit that subscribe button. And then check out on our YouTube page, Chantel already recorded something for them, so you can go straight from this live feed to that YouTube video, because we got something for your kids, because your kids need Jesus. And we want you to comment, we want you to post photos. We need to stay connected as much as we can. So take a picture of yourself, or maybe your TV if you're looking like, and post that. We miss you guys. We love you guys. We need to see each other and be together however we can during this time. Also, stay up on our Facebook and our Instagram pages, because we're coming at you live all throughout the week. We can't wait. It's going to be great. Can't wait to see what God is going to do. We'll see you next Sunday.